what I find in the garbage. I eat what I find in the garbage. 13 million in the city of Los Angeles, everybody gave me $1, it would be $13 million. Only most of them want to do harm. First he chased me around a garbage can, and then somehow from the back, when I asked him to leave, all of a sudden he turned around and hit me into my forehead. My mother, as a joke, likes to say she's Железнова, but she's not Железная. I mean, she used to call me these nasty things. As a kid, she called me Рахмановское отродье. I'm some kind of evil creature derived from Rachman. as if I wasn't even her daughter, Рахмановское отродье. It's a future, but I have to be able to support myself. I'm very, very happy with it. I'm hoping it can materialize. How do I really know that this is all really true? But I told Myron that, and Charlie, and I told Mike. You see them over the years and you can get to know them, I guess. Charlie don't dislike Mike, but apparently he has a drinking problem. I need one driver. I don't know if it's Jaime or somebody else. It's Jaime, it's his cats, and it's his car. But he's a perfect driver, but minus one night. Jaime, somebody told me somebody shot him.
I know Milana from the West Hollywood Food Coalition. I know she used to have cats and she used to feed them. And that's it. I know she got a mental problem. I know she decided to buy a house. Yeah, I have a car, but I don't get along with her and she doesn't get along with nobody. She got a mental problem and I don't really have the patience for that, you understand? I just don't have patience for her, She is nothing but a jealous person and she's getting SSI checks and she has a problem if I get few bucks here or there, from Ted, she has a problem with that. I had a deal with Ted of cleaning the parking lot of the old kitchen and I was getting the 10 bucks. But no, she had a problem with that. She doesn't talk to me anymore about it. I already told her I'm not interested. And I already told Mike I'm not interested.
Mike is my kid's dad. Right. And he said he was suicidal for the last year because of some medication, I suspect. And Michael says if he's in a car, he thinks he's a race car driver, and he put somebody next to him in what you call in the wheelchair for life. Jaime apparently saw Mike somewhere within the last few weeks, and he told Mike a pile of lies. He said Jacob sold the building and the new owner kicked Charlie out. So I made sure I speak to Charlie about it. As far as I know, he's still in the building. He moved to a different unit that he shares with somebody. When I saw Myron the time before, he was willing to go. In fact, many years ago, he was interested in going, and I told him when I move, I'd be willing to take him with me. But when I ran into Myron at the food line, Myron said, "Oh, he's sorry, he can't go." Which is I related this to Mike and how Myron will kill himself for $10 volunteering. Mike, it kind of bothers me that he was he cooks his beans and he claims he makes a very good job of cooking these beans, but it's not enough variety and he doesn't come out to any food line. He would love it if you bring home to him anything, but I can't carry nothing because I carry all my stuff, you know? The building would take a whole lot of all kinds of repair work. I read large portions of it. What you call the doors need to be shaved down, the bedroom doors. There's a leak under the kitchen sink, and the whole plumbing underneath is missing. It says the toilets are working. It says that it has a functional microwave and a functional oven, which they didn't test. And what you call the plumbing is original galvanized, and these days that kind of plumbing is not recommended. And what you call it, the outlets are not grounded, which in those days they were not required, but now they're required to be all grounded by law. Source of down payment. Savings. You know, I hardly had any school. I think probably I probably put in maybe even around 8 years into college. I don't know. Yeah, I never made it no place in this world. What do you call it? How do I write this down? What do we got here? Name of employer. This does not exist. Position, title, or type of business does not exist. Type of position, title, or type of business. I could tell them I do recycling, but I will believe it when I see it. It's like with everything. You can hire 10 attorneys and pay them $50,000, but it ain't not done until it's over with. Michael's been asking me what we're gonna do there. No, I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm letting you know is that if Kirsten will not do the loan, they tell him that hard money loans are available at 40% down. Call them. I will not take other houses though. Hello? I wanted to let you know that I'm not going to listen to bullshit from Kirsten. I want hard money loan. You can ask Kirsten for a hard money loan. I have 40% down. Hard money loan is not based on income. It is based only on the value of the property. Tell Kirsten, hard money loan, 40% down. I have it. I have at least $113,000 in my bank account. 40% would be only $72,000 or so. You understand? The things that you should have known, you didn't know, I didn't know, and nobody knows. Expect a lawsuit. If I don't get the application very fast on that particular house, expect a very big lawsuit. Listen very carefully. I expect application for that house today. If not, you will be sued. Because you did not know the deadline, because you did not apply for the loan in time. Watch out! You should have known the deadline and applied for the loan the day the escrow started. Criminal! The way that the conventional loan system works is at the most there's a certain percentage that it can give you out of your income. And it's usually the highest if you're a first-time buyer. If you're not a first-time buyer, your percentage is somewhat lower because the different kind of a loan for a first-time buyer, it's an FHA, so it's a slightly higher percentage that they allow them to take out of their income towards the home. And what happens is that I'm making a trailer payment at this point. I owe on this trailer around $18,000. But that's not the issue of exactly how much I owe. Well, the issue is that I'm making a monthly payment of $273.96, and the only income that they can count for income is a fully documentable income, such as my SSI, which is also going to disappear any moment or any second. So my documentable income, the SSI, out of it, let's say, if I'm lucky, at the very most fortunate, I could have close to a $400 a month loan payment. But I'm entirely ineligible for this payment because I'm already making a $273.96 trailer payment. And in order for this trailer payment to disappear, the only thing that can be done is that if I had more money, such as that if I had 90 or more thousand, when I went to court, I could have taken that money and paid $18,000 cash to disappear my trailer loan. When my trailer loan would disappear, then I would again be eligible close to a $400 monthly payment. Okay, and that payment with a very good interest rates at this point could maybe get me around a $75,000 loan. If they ignore all my long time unpaid student loans. I went, one time I was called to court over the child support. And this was around 10 years ago, 11 years ago, after my child was already taken by my mother. And I went to court and I was told my case was being thrown out because I was on disability, essentially speaking. And after that I never heard from them again. A lot of people have it a lot worse. They demand a lot of money from people and people have very limited sources of income. I was fortunate because I had disability. But then they somehow got the stamp on my credit report. So my child was robbed. When they rob your child, they want to collect the money for all the social workers and all the alleged fees that they run up and the whole deal. And also my child was eligible for welfare because I was an SSI. So my child was eligible for welfare. But when my mother took him, he continued to be eligible for that welfare because he was eligible when he was with me. But once though he was in her care, she then had to indicate that I was this parent that they took it from. And then they could go after me, even though the whole reason that he was ever eligible is because of my income, you see. So supposedly when I went to court, it was out. And I never heard from them. And they got my credit report stamp. The way to surpass it is to go to hard money loan. But apparently there's a new section 32, where if you're buying with a hard money loan for yourself to live on, essentially speaking, it's still dependent on your income, and I don't have the income to cover it. But it's possible with investors maybe still somehow to circumvent it, which is why I got a few numbers off of Google. It's possible to call them and ask other people, other investors who could give you more, if maybe they can, what some other person tried to make me believe was not possible to do. Some clause that now makes it subject to income, whereas before it was totally not subject to income, just how much you put down and how much the property value was. I had to look at alternate options. There are options that I don't consider suitable because I need a lot essentially big enough with the house. But I looked into a number that there are other properties in that area. The scary thing that Sarah said that the utilities are very high. She claimed right now there was -10 below zero in Alturas. It was 45 degrees when they went for the inspection. It was marked on the report. It's been in the market for almost 2 years. It's Surprise Valley. It's within 5 miles of Alturas. The other ones are United Country, but this one is not United Country in particular. Hold on. Okay. Here you go.